Welcome to another episode of Carol and Topol Talk, and I'm here today with Bryan Dattilo, who plays Lucas Horton on Days of Our Lives. So,
Lucas Desmond Horton.
uh, really? Oh, Desmond? I don't think I knew that.
Desmond is his middle name, yes.
Okay, so not Roberts. He never adopted that one, huh, as his middle name.
No, I think at West Point they used to call him Desi.
Okay, see that? And
I,
I watched from the beginning. Who knows?
that's a lie, but
Oh,
they
that's
probably
okay.
should have.
I was gonna say that would have been great. You could have gone with that for the whole time, and I would have never believed
But it
anything
is
else.
Desmond. It is actually Desmond. So
Oh, cool.
yeah,
Okay, well, first I want to wish you happy birthday. I know you just
thank you,
celebrated.
thank you.
And I also know that you have been really reaching out to fans because I saw that you started an Instagram account.
Can you believe that?
Congratulations.
As
Congratulations.
as Guy Wilson says, even old dogs learn new tricks.
Oh, and you are far from an old dog. So,
I am to Guy Wilson. I'm an old dog.
well, okay, I guess everything's relative. I'm not even going to address that for myself.
Yeah,
Um, but now your character has really had some hot stories on Days lately.
yeah, yeah.
Um, you single-handedly orchestrated saving Chloe from a fate worse than death.
I guess I orchestrated it. I didn't really do much about it, but I did orchestrate it.
Yes, you did. You
Yes.
orchestrated it. You gave the go
But I probably should have gone, you know. I probably should have suited up with the guys.
with the guys, the trained guys. So, there was a lot of forgiveness on that end.
Well, that's Lucas could have been like an undercover bait thing where they put him first, to kind of get in there, and then maybe he had surveillance on him. It could have been hilarious.
Well, yeah, but that's true, but I'm not sure hilarious was what they were going for, so I think that might have been a problem.
Yeah, they need a little more hilarious.
Now, I'm going to address, before we even go further, the non elephant in the room, but that you put out a tweet recently that sort of got a lot of people chatting. A lot of your fans got a little nervous. So, do you want to share a little bit about that?
I think it's funny that it was referred to as cryptic. I don't know if it was cryptic. I heard something about a cryptic tweet,
Oh,
and I was like,
okay.
I don't know if it was cryptic. I just thanked the fans and Days for the amount of time I was there because I never know when I'm going to go or stay or when they're going to let me go, and it's kind of been the pattern, where I kind of go on and off. But I think this is like the seventh time that I'm off. So I don't know, 25 years was for me a good run. So I just said good run, and when I was let go, I wasn't told when I was coming back. So I just assumed,
Now,
if it's not going to happen, then thank you. And that was fun. And thank you. And
mhm.
that was it. And now I'm really looking forward to the future, hopefully, and seeing what else, I can do and where else I can branch out. That's kind of like where I'm putting my energy right now. And I don't know, Days I guess will always be my home, so I'm not bitter about it. I still watch the show, especially since I'm still on.
I think that's great that you watch it because I know not everybody does like to watch themselves.
I don't like to watch myself,
Oh,
but
really?
I do enjoy the show itself.
Oh, that's great. That's
Yeah,
great.
I fast forward through the Lucas scenes.
And I know for me, that's one of those things I would never fast forward through. For the record, not
Yeah,
not just being not just being warming up to you or anything there. I never fast through Lucas scenes.
I just get a little critical. A
Well, that
little,
makes sense.
yeah. So I tend not. It pulls me out of the show, and I'm like, what am I doing? Why did I say it like that? Why I could have done that better? Why did they have that take? And oh no, and you think the worst scenario about yourself.
Now, just for the record, you were considered when they talk about characters being on contract versus recurring. You've been recurring, is what they call that, correct?
For years, yes.
Yes.
And I think in my head, my understanding was that if I'm recurring, that I would still just, you know, somewhat be a part of things, but not in a big way, so it could free up bigger storylines for other
Hmm.
people, and other people could go on contract and have, their run. I was on contract for a while, and I had my run at front burner storylines and all that. So for me, I didn't mind being the guy in the back,
Right.
and then occasionally having, a storyline was great. But, it's hard. It's hard when you don't have that contract because the guarantee isn't there. And if you don't work, you don't get paid. And then, you're struggling and you're like, why am I struggling after 25 years? I should have job security, and I have no job security. So I don't know. It just made me think maybe I should get something else going to where it's a little more secure and a little more, stable. Because I do have a 4-year-old, and and an 18-year-old going into college in a month.
Oh, the college deal's the big one there on that end.
College is a big one, and then he's going away, so he's going to have expenses, I'm sure, that are going to come my way.
Well, having had a child go through college, you will. I promise you.
Yeah, or he'll be back at home, which is a bigger expense.
There you go. It's going to
Yeah.
come one way or the other,
Yeah,
or both, or
Yeah.
both.
probably both.
Now, what are some of the things you are thinking about? Because I know you and I chatted recently. I was fortunate enough to be on a cruise when you did the Starstruck Fan Events cruise.
Right.
And you were sharing a little bit that you're thinking about this and that. Are there any real projects that you actually are exploring?
I think most of it so far is like getting into social media more, and trying to get a really really good agent is a lot of the battle out here. So I'm trying to do that. That's I'm kind of rebuilding my team. Getting back with my managers and trying to get all your computer sites that you have to have updated for
Uh-huh.
them to consider you
That's
for
right.
things. And there's so many things that I don't do as an actor, and that people are like, you can't really call yourself an actor if you don't do these things. You got to update your IMDb. You got to have your actors access and your LA casting and all that profile and pictures and reels. And so I'm trying to dig into all that stuff and realizing how actually important it is to have representation.
That's true. Yes. And you know
Pretty
what?
much vital.
And either you have someone you pay to do it, or you're gonna have you do it. It's one of the two.
Right. So for now, it's become my temporary job, which is kind of fun.
That is fun. A promotion is a fun activity if you enjoy it. If you're enjoying it.
And just the whole agent thing too. That's opening. If I can land somebody that is
Yeah.
amazing, then it's going to open so many doors that I have an opportunity to kind of explore that I haven't had an opportunity to lately. I haven't been aggressive in going out on auditions in about 10 years. So
Oh wow.
it's a whole thing I have to reestablish.
Now, have you ever considered? I mean, I'm sitting here throwing this out here. LA has a lot of nice live theater.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
Or are you more the screen guy?
I think I'm just the acting guy. So wherever that is,
Oh, okay.
I'm okay with being. I haven't had a lot of experience with theater, but I'm not afraid of it. I would like to. As long as the money was there, I'd be okay with it. I don't know. Yeah, I'd have to see. It's a good thing to think about.
I mean, because there's a whole variety of things, and I know that way back when you did a little bit of comedy on stage. So,
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was thinking about crashing an open mic, go back to the improv where I started years ago.
oh, then invite those agents.
Yeah, I think I was at the improv for a Disney show called Wish Upon a Star with Byron Allen.
That goes way back, doesn't it?
Yeah, me and Byron were the comedy team of Byron and Bryan, or Bryan and Byron.
Okay.
It was full of a bunch of one-liners like that. Like, so you have a dog? Yeah, I got a dog. Or no, you got a sister? Yeah, I got a sister. She's so ugly. We got to tie a pork chop around her neck just so the dog will play with her. Oh, that's ugly. Yeah, you got. Yeah, it was stupid one-liners like that.
It sounds like they should all end with "but bum."
They all did end up with the yeah, definitely.
So now you've been sitting. Now you told us about you have 2 children.
Yes.
Okay, and you've been even sharing pictures of them, which I know the fans love. They eat those up.
Yeah, I heard that was good to do, so I said, okay, I'll throw him out there.
Do either of them, now I know your daughter's very young, but what about your son? Does he have any of the acting uh,
He
desires?
did do some modeling a couple years for like the last 2 years. He did some runway and some fashion shows and some print work. And
Wow.
he had a thing that ran in Times Square, where he was up on a billboard for a while. Um,
Okay,
he,
that's
he,
cool.
I mean, he had his first two jobs were at Fashion Week in New York, and then he went in LA. There was a Lamborghini and a Victoria's Secret photo shoot, and he basically was in that. So I said, dude, you did the two best things
I was
ever
gonna say,
modeling.
wow, that's like modeling superstar.
Yeah. And then he just he wasn't into it anymore. Then he said, I'd like hanging out with my friends more than, than getting my hair done and wearing cool clothes. I was like, all right, well, you know, probably going to regret that, but hang out with your friends if you have to. So right now he's just concentrating on school and trying to figure out what he wants to do and classes he's taking and all that.
Well, he has a resume starter if he needs one now, that's for sure.
Right? Doesn't he, though?
Now, does your daughter do any even home performing for dad and mom?
Oh my God, she's got an amazing memory. She remembers
Oh,
every song, and she'll remember. We watch a lot of movies, and she'll remember dialogue from 4 or 5 scenes.
oh
Just
wow.
and she'll correct me if I don't do my lines right to feed her lines. So I
She's
think
got a
she's gonna
soap
be.
opera memory then.
She has my soap opera memory that kicked in that I developed over 25 years. I think she inherited it. She's got an amazing memory, and so I think she'd be a great actress just on that alone.
So
Yeah,
you would support that then?
I it's a tough business, and
Yeah,
I want my kids to have a consistent check. I don't want them to worry. I want them to have a job that provides
of
stability
course.
instead of inconsistency. But the payoffs are so much greater in a business like acting than a normal job. So it's you got to take the good with the bad. So I would say, but yeah, if she's really into it and shows the ability, then I think that I have no choice but to let her do it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, that makes sense. That makes
yeah,
a lot of sense.
yeah.
Now going forward, um, have you been looking at maybe some of the other soaps? Because I see other soaps are now starting to add new characters and recast. Um, is that something you might be going interested in? I mean, I know you
I'm a
said you're sort of
huge.
open.
I would love to tango with Maurice Bernard in any way because he's like one of the kings of daytime.
Oh yes,
He's way up there. So like he's up there with Drake in my mind.
I think I think that is a good
I'm a
statement.
huge Drake fan. But Maurice Bernard is the man. So if I'm gonna be on any other show, I'd like to tango with him. I'd like to have a good, emotional, in depth kind of connection. And I
Okay,
heard one
well,
of those rules were open. I heard he actually has a kid, and one of the rules were open. I was like, man, they need to call me. I'd tear that up.
all
And
right,
me and Maurice Bernard, forget about it.
all right, General Hospital, are you listening?
They're scared of me. They're scared. They're scared of the goatee.
Uh,
They're scared of my glasses now
I,
that I'm getting older.
I was gonna say, but you look like you would fit that role. I have to admit, because I watch that
Right?
show too. I
Right?
watch
And
them
he's
all.
he's a legend. So yeah, I'd like to work with him. And that's a great show. It's one of those shows I've always respected. I respect them all, but that
Well,
one in
it's been
particular.
there. It's been there forever.
And the style of acting I think is a little different than any other show. I think it's more of an actor's show rather than a storyline driven show.
Okay, I can actually see that. I
I
see
feel
what you're
like
saying.
I feel like the scenes are more in depth. They're a little bit longer. The connection between people is a little bit, a little bit more explored rather than just the storyline kind of shocking you.
Okay, fair enough. I actually could see that. I'm sure it's very hard when I've watched so many of them, but I
Right?
actually do see what you mean, especially with the scenes longer. Yes, that is for
Yeah.
sure. They have
Yeah.
some very in-depth scenes that will last much longer than you expect in a soap
Oh
opera.
yeah. Right. Right. And then you really, as an actor, that's what you really want. You want the big piece of cake. You don't want the little piece of cake.
Okay. That's true. You're right. You really do.
Yeah.
Um, now, I know you still have a few months left, though, that we're going to see Lucas on days.
Ooh, you're gonna like it. It's gonna be good.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. Do you have any teasers you want to share?
Um, it all happens pretty fast, and there's a lot of shocking
Oh,
twists that happen to him, and that hit him from a lot of different angles. And it's always fun to watch Lucas get hit.
oh no.
It's always fun to watch that character squirm, And there's a lot of squirming going on.
Oh,
So,
really?
oh yeah.
Can you just name some of the characters Lucas will be tangling with for this squirming?
You would never guess it. You
Oh,
would never guess it.
really?
It's out of left field, and the character is a bit just kind of. That was my dog in the back.
I was going to say, what is his dog's name?
That was Seamus. And now he's going to bark because he just made an appearance. Seamus, enough. Chill. Yeah. So there he goes. That was his tail.
There he
Enough.
is.
Yeah, it's Adrian, but not.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
wow.
that's kind of a hint.
Okay, so we're going to see a little more entanglements with Adrian and Lucas, but we're not sure how.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
good, good.
Yes. Yes.
And it's been.
And Chloe's involved. Chloe's involved as
Oh, okay.
Chloe always is. In her utter beauty, she's involved. And some unexpected characters that you haven't seen in a while.
Right. Well,
Which
we
is
know
kind of
we know that Allison Sweeney has. It's been teased that she will be making possibly an appearance soon.
Yeah, but she's not one of them.
Really? Well, now that's even more interesting.
Yeah, you're cold. You're cold.
Cold. Okay, now. Okay, well, now you hooked me for the next
Yeah, you're
Lucas
cold.
story. Can't wait for that one now.
Yeah, Lucas and Sammy didn't have that much around this time around, which was kind of. I was disappointed. I was like, oh man, really? That's all I get? But yeah, there are other things that happen to Lucas that will make you.
Okay, so we got the Chloe hint, we got the Adrian hint, and then there's more that's really going to be unexpected.
Yeah, with characters that you haven't seen in a while.
Okay. That actually is a great tease because it's
Thank
always
you.
fun to see who's going to get back there. In
I'm a
my
great
mind,
teaser.
I'm running through a whole series of people who have come and gone.
Yeah, well, this is good stuff. It's good stuff.
And now you give a lot of time to your fans. And
Yes,
I realize, the events, that the fans pay to go to them, but they love seeing you there, and you seem to really enjoy spending time with the fans.
I do.
Um,
They're not like I don't classify them as fans because I've seen them so much. They're more just like friends that you see over and over again, and then like you're like, remember that time we did that? Yeah. Remember that time we were there? Yeah. Remember that time we were in that state? Yeah. Remember that time we were on that throw up van? Yeah. Remember that time we were? There's so many like memories. After a while, you're like, wow. To run around with this not the same group of the people, but a lot of the same people.
right.
It becomes so familiar that you kind of forget you're working. It's more
That's
like
great.
I mean, you're away from your family, so that you're working then. But I don't know. For me, the biggest perk of this has always been the fan interaction. That's always been kind of the fun part for me.
And I think for, your distant friends, fans, however we should call them, I think they appreciate that. They could see that, which is why, when someone says, oh, Bryan Dattilo is going to be at this event, suddenly you see this influx of people who want to go.
Oh, nice.
Which,
Oh,
absolutely, absolutely.
sweet.
It is sweet. It's fun. It's fun too because you're going to have fun because you are funny in person as well
Yeah.
as on air. And I know they give you a lot of drama on days. They don't let you have as much of the funny as we normally would like to see.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
get to
That's
see
why
the.
I wanted to go undercover and look for Chloe, but they didn't buy that.
They didn't buy that. Okay. Okay. Oh, he just wants to be on screen.
Well, he's just at this point. He's so tired from doing laps, from running around begging for my attention. That,
Oh, well, that's okay. We accept everybody on here.
Did you hear that, Seamus? Everyone has a home. Everyone is equal.
Hi, Seamus. Seamus is going to be like, someone's calling me in your phone.
Yeah.
Well, Bryan, I have to say, thank you so much. And is there anything you'd like to share with your fans who are going to be seeing this in the next few days?
Instagram. I'm really going to try to be more studious with Instagram and Twitter. So look out for that. It might be fun.
Okay,
yeah. Follow me on Instagram. That's kind of cool.
It is on it is fun. Instagram is fun. Also instant communication. You're going to see people comment, and you could just like their posts, like their comments, like on Twitter.
Oh, okay. All right. See, and I got to follow people too, which is on my list. I'm gonna push follow.
Right.
That's right. I think I have one person I follow, and that's Christopher Sean. So I think I have to get something else going on.
Well, you should definitely follow Christopher Sean, because he's the master at Instagram for sure. He knows how to do the Instagram videoing as well as the regular photos.
He sent me a list, an email on how to do it.
Oh, he did. Good for him. Good for him. Yeah. He does it well. He does do it well. It's great too, because you do engage with your fans.
Yeah, you do.
And it's a lot different than 25 years ago, where you really don't.
True. Yeah, fan mail didn't cut it.
No, and now you get the instant feedback also, which in your case I have only seen positive. So that's good.
Sweet. Thank you.
But now you're doing the social media, so follow you on Instagram. If they haven't followed you on Twitter, they should, because you're going to get more into Twitter also.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not going to neglect the bird.
You're not going to neglect the birds. You have to click the little like button when people start talking nice about you.
That's what I'm going to do. Okay. I'm going to do that right now when I get off.
Oh, you're going to go hit those little hearts. I know. It looks like you're supposed to be saying, I love this. And really, it's just a like button.
Okay.
It's the same as the like button on Facebook. It says, look, I read it. I didn't ignore you.
Okay. Got it.
They chose a heart. I'm not sure why that they chose a heart.
Got it. They should have chose the I didn't ignore you button.
That would have been better. That's what needs to be on Facebook too. The I didn't ignore you button.
I gotta do that too. I gotta do the Facebook thing.
But I have to say, I'm looking forward to seeing this exciting new story.
Yes.
And I definitely hope that you get either onto another one of these soaps like General Hospital, or a different one, or one of the other two. There's Young and the Restless and Bold and the Beautiful out there, and they keep bringing on new characters every once in a while. Or Days will say, oh, wait a minute, now we got something good for Lucas again.
Or me and Don Diamont are going to go at it. Nose to nose. Face to face.
Okay, that would be a fun scene.
I want Doug Davidson.
I want to see that scene. I want to see both of those scenes.
I love Doug Davidson. I'm just kidding.
No, he's terrific, and he's been Young and the Restless forever.
Yeah, he is. He is young and he's older and restless now.
Okay, I'm letting you say that. I am not going to even go there.
He knows it.
And he does engage. By the way, you could get advice too from him. He does engage with his fans on social media as well.
He's the best. He's one of my legends that I love.
Oh, okay. He's terrific. He also plays a really good role, a nice role.
Yeah. He said that. He said he was always the sucker.
I did not say that. He's the good guy.
I think I complained that my character was too nice, and he agreed that his was too nice, and we were always getting stepped on.
Okay, that's true. It happened. It happened.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks, Seamus, wherever you are.
I'm going to push like on your tweets now.
That'd be great. I look forward to seeing that.
Okay.
And we'll talk soon. Have a good afternoon.
You too.
Bye-bye.